my job.
Okay.
You understand? You really understand this?
Okay.
I do my best for everybody in here to be fair with them and give them what they need. And if they need my help, I got them. I do that for anybody in here. But the last thing I'm going to have is anybody bullshit me. That's one thing I'm not going to have. So when I'm simply asking about what's going on, and I got things going on the track, and I see people just not doing certain things, or they doing things they shouldn't be doing, it's my job to ask about that. And I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Now, what do you need to say that's so important? Or that you think that's important?
Okay, you just ask me what I'm doing, right? I say, okay, I do with plastic. You say, what I'm doing right here, sit down and watch it and talking. I said, I just got here. You see, 1 minute. You say you're gonna watch the camera.
I see everybody.
Okay.
So what's the problem? Video don't lie.
I know.
So
you say you wanna check the video, you can check
I
the video.
already did that. That's the reason why I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Here's the thing I'm trying to get you. Okay, here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. This is what you need to understand. If you're gonna be there a minute, be there a minute. Mm-hmm. Some people say they're a minute, but they don't even pay attention to time because a lot of times they're looking in their phone all the time and it's way past a minute. No one sits down for a minute.
Okay.
That makes no sense.
That's what don't make sense. That's true.
I'm not gonna just go sit down for a minute.
Okay.
5 or 10 minutes makes perfect sense.
The truck was stopping, right? The track was stopped, right?
Okay, I'm not talking about the track.
Yeah, but you say
listen. See, you're too busy trying to make up extra shit. I'm not dealing with that. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
The point that I'm making.
Understand that.
Okay, I said nothing about the track.
Okay.
So the track is not the issue for you.
Okay.
The issue for you is I'm watching you sit down on some time, and I just wanted to remind you that, listen, we need to make sure we get things done.
Okay.
All right, so we're not just talking about doing plastic. We're talking about making sure breakage is cleaned up.
Okay.
Areas
That's
are
what
clean.
I do. That's what I do.
If you
already asked me,
listen,
I said,
listen.
I
Okay,
do
hold
plastic.
on. I'm reminding you that something's over there. But never tell me you sitting down for a minute because I know you're sitting down more than a minute.
You was 1 minute. I told you. I said 1 minute.
Okay, listen. We're not gonna keep arguing about this. This is easy for me.
It's nothing, bro.
What you think is nothing is gonna be something to me.
It's
You
not.
get. Hey, hold on, brother.
I don't get something. I don't get something.
What don't you get?
I don't get something.
What don't you get?
See something, somebody were here. I know my job. Grace said you have to do with plastic.
Okay, I understand that.
But do with plastic, I know what I'm doing.
Okay,
You know
I'm
what
not.
saying? When you try to remind me, I know you're the boss. You're the boss. You have
I'm
to
not.
do that.
No.
That's your right to
Hold
say
on,
that.
hold
But
on.
I tell you
The only
something, I'm not
thing,
kid.
the
I'm
only
telling you.
thing I'm trying to do is reminding you of something that is going on the track.
I'm not working the track. I do with plastic. If
That's
I see
on the track.
Eh?
The plastic is on the track.
When I talk about a track, that's a trouble case on the track.
Okay.
That's
All
what I
right.
said.
That's fine. That's
yeah,
fine.
I do with plastic.
You know what? But you know what the real problem I got is?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Sometimes you're 5 steps forward, and then you'll take 4 steps backwards. You're like night and day. One minute.
what do you
Hold
mean
on.
by
Let me
that? What
finish
do you
this. What I mean, there's some days you want to be okay, and then there's some days you don't give a shit.
What do you mean by that? I'm always the same thing, the same person.
Okay, that's you okay to have that. That's what you feel.
I'm always the same person.
That's okay. That's all right.
What
You
you talking about?
you see it differently than I do, and that's okay. But I pay attention to everything and everybody in here, and I always see who's consistent and who's different on different days for whatever reason. There's some days I can count on you, and there's some days I can't.
What do you mean by that? You can call on me and you cannot call on me. What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
It's
There's
up
been
to you.
okay.
The way you come to me, that's the same way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
That's okay. It's personal for you, but it's not personal to me.
It's not personal.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because you know why? Everybody around here says the same thing.
Let me tell you something.
I know what everybody says about me, and I'm okay with that.
Let me tell you something.
And that's fair. And that's okay. You know why? Because
I'm never gonna say something about you.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
listen, man. Everybody got something to say. Everybody feels a certain way.
Everybody.
I'm not saying
everybody.
I'm not talking about. I'm not speaking of you. I'm just speaking in general,
Okay.
which is understandable. And you okay to feel what you feel, just like I'm okay to feel what I feel. See what I'm saying? I'm just making sure everybody's just trying to do a job and make sure we do it right
That's what I
across the
want to
board.
do.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No trouble, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I do my
Got
job
it.
and go home.
So
That's it.
we never talk about a minute sitting down, fair to say, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody sits down for a minute.
Exactly.
All right. We done.
All right.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
And again, if you need my help, something's not right, let me know.
I got
That's
you.
what I'm here for.
I got you.
Because that's what they pay me for.
Okay. All right. Ok, yo